What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm going to be sharing something that I have been riding personally for 1,000 miles. The HappyRun G300 electric dirt bike. Now, I did make a video prior showing a more out-of-the-box first review of this, but after some time with the bike and a lot of experience, there are a ton of mixed reviews about this bike. And in this video, I'm going to be going over briefly why I think this bike should deserve a little bit more love. Let's get into it. Now, I've put this thing through a series of tests throughout its last 1,000 miles, hitting some off-road trails, jumps, rough terrains. But after 1,000 miles, I could confidently say this bike is solid. No major issues. The only one issue I had, front tire went flat from a little carpenter screw. That is it. Now let me make something really clear. I got this bike not to treat it like a Sur-Ron Talarias, anything crazy. This is a mode of transport that worked best for me to get to work and back, which is 40 miles round trip for me. Now, this has a great balance of torque to speed. The speed is there, the torque not so much. So if you're going to get this bike, it is really meant for cruising around. You could still get your speed, you could still hang out with everyone else that's going high speed, but you're not really doing anything fancy on this thing. It's really just two wheels with a really jacked up hub motor at the end of the day. So before everyone starts calling the bike really bad in many ways, you have to understand that for half of the price, you're getting half of the experience. So of course that torque, that power that you're going to feel from a Sur-Ron, it's not going to be something you're going to feel on this one bit. So you're on the fence about getting this bike because you're looking online and you're seeing this price, these speeds, no way, right? Take it from someone that's 1,000 miles into this bike. All those bad reviews that you're seeing, if I had to take a guess, it's probably going to be from people in the highest setting. Maybe it's hot outside or anything, and they're tearing this thing apart, which I get it. With how much speed and kind of instant throttle you could really get on this bike, I understand it. I was doing it a few times as well when I first got the bike. But just like anything in life, at the end of the day, this thing is a machine. You take good care of it, you treat it well, you're going to have zero issues with it. But if you're going to get something that you know you're going to be out with your friends out in the streets, you're going to be tearing up the streets, you're going to be doing wheelies, stuff like that, this bike is definitely not it. This bike is purely for just kind of cruising around, but you always have that luxury of increasing the speed and having a little bit more fun time to time. But again, for $2,400, this is not something you want to be ripping apart, because I could see where there's issues that might lie ahead. So that is my opinion on this. Yeah. What I will say about any of the cons that I do have about this bike, I don't want to be raving just on positives, because there are a few cons with this bike. A very small one being that the rear shock or anything kind of metal to metal connection could get really squeaky. So you kind of have to maintain that a lot. You have to do a lot of grease. Anything like spray on grease, actual lube on grease, anything like that, just to kind of help out the squeaking noise. I would say that is good. Now, shifting over to talking about some of the pros with the bike. Obviously the speed, reaching up to 55 miles an hour is really fun. The range on this bike, I've heard a lot of mixed reviews saying that On the highest setting, you could typically go about 30 to 35 miles. Usually I'm sitting on settings 1 to 3 most of the time with this bike, just commuting to work, stores, stuff like that. And I'm getting anywhere from like 50 to 60 very easily. And another really big pro is the suspension. Now, I did mention it was a bit squeaky at times, but once you lube it all up and it's all quiet, the suspension on this bike is such a dream. You could drive over potholes, off of curbs, onto curbs, it don't really matter. It is such smooth suspension, and it is a really comfy ride. My ride to work, going 20 miles one way, will typically take me about an hour, and the seat is comfy, the suspension's comfy, just everything about it is just, it's honestly just a really nice ride overall. Another 2 small mini pet peeves. They claim it's a pedal assist bike, but again, the pedals are there for show, or if your bike dies out in any way, you ran out of battery, something electrical went wrong, you could pedal the bike, but you just know you're gonna be going just about walking speed, as the bike is just very heavy. And my third pet peeve, really small one, is the kickstand itself. The kickstand, when the bike is on a flat surface, you put down the kickstand, it's got a little spring so you can kind of kick out the kickstand a little bit. But even then, a little bit of a blow of a wind and it looks like the bike is about to just topple over. So you usually have to find that good balance of, maybe it's a slight downslope so your kickstand can have a little bit more leeway, or maybe you're like kicking it down onto some grass, or you're just leaning it up against a wall. I think the kickstand they made was just too long in length, so at times that could be really annoying. And actually, one more thing I should say, because there's a lot of talk about it, and yeah, I agree with it. The customer service. I had a small instance with the bike not working properly, and then it started asking me for a code to come up with the screen. That code is 2024, in case anyone has run into that issue. But I got spoken to a guy on a phone. Now, yes, was I calling outside of business hours? Yes, but I was a little bit of in a pickle. I really needed to get home, and he called up. He finally answered, and he just started cursing me out. He hung up on me, said he was going to block me. I sent him kind of a positive message, hoping that I could just get something back. He called me back within 5 minutes, and he apologized. He told me that the code was 2024. Everything went well. But I do hear some other reviews and complaints about customer service. There's a guy on the other line. He's not so friendly. I do have to unfortunately agree with that. In terms of customer service, this might be one of the down playing ones, but yeah. Now, I'm sure on this video, just like my previous video on this bike, I'm sure I'm going to be getting a lot of hateful comments down below, and that's okay. I understand. You pay a lot of money for something that you want to have fun with for at least a couple years, and it's giving you issues straight out of the box. Totally understand that. I would be very angry myself. But again, 1,000 miles in on this bike, treat it right. Treat it like it's a grandma. Just be nice with it. Don't overcharge it a bunch. Don't be sitting on the highest setting for 30 straight miles. Motor's gonna heat up, wires are gonna be heated up. It's a machine. It's gonna have some issues once stuff like that is happening, when it's just overpowered. Now, feel free to comment down below any of the issues that you guys have been having with the bike. I'm definitely interested to hear the different stories and stuff like that. But this is my 1,000 mile review. Do I recommend it still? Yes, if you're going to be nice to it. No, if you're not going to be nice to it. All right. Thank you guys. Have a blessed one. Peace out.